pretty. Let's go see them. Oh my goodness. Do you see what I see? Ah! I love it, I love it, I love it. Hey, garden gals and guys, it's Steph with Tiny's Garden, and I am out here tonight giving you an update on my dahlias that I planted in July. It was July 9th, I think, or something like that. I had neglected to put some tubers I had in the ground, and so I thought I'm just going to put them in the ground. These are the ones I just planted this week. Dahlias planted in July. Yes, life happens. Yes. Hopefully we'll still get some blooms. Even if we don't, it's better that they're in the ground because the tubers will have a better chance of survival. Because it's better to have them in the ground than out of the ground and having to store them somehow. And sure enough, I have a bloom. Well, it's almost a bloom. We're so close. This is Tempest right here. And she hasn't opened yet, but she is budded up and raring to go. Not only that, but the health of these plants. I could not ask for better looking plants. They have nice green foliage. They're upright, they're tall, there's no disease on them. They've got long stems that I'll be able to really cut into. These here are just a little smaller because they're a little shaded by the ones in front, but we've still got buds on those. It just has worked really well. So I'm so happy I threw them in the ground. I told you it'd be worth it. I told you. And our forecast looks good for no frost for a little bit. Usually it's somewhere around October 15th for my area, which is Zone 5B in the Chicago suburbs. But so far on the forecast, I should have at least another 2 weeks, I think, before I have to worry about a frost. So that is a good amount of time that I think at least the buds that are already budded up on here should open. Fingers crossed, because I really want to show you what comes and how the actual blooms look, because I do think they'll be pretty heavy. I'm not having any insect pressure, but this is where I'm at with these late planted tubers. Now I do want to discuss a couple things. Hold on, I got sidetracked by how beautiful and big this one looks. Look at how healthy that is with 3 nice long branching stems. And this is Ivanetti here, which I have not grown with success yet. It's just a brilliant looking dahlia. And believe me, that's not me bragging, because I've had dahlias that have not worked out well. But this year they have all taken off, even these that have been planted late, even the smaller sized ones. I'm just so pleased. Okay, back to what I was saying. Now someone mentioned on here that they had seen something about you have to have dahlias in the ground 120 days for them to have tubers. I don't think I agree with that. I think you're going to have a tuber no matter what if you planted a healthy tuber, because when you dig them up, the tuber that your dahlia is coming out of from this year, the main tuber, you're still going to have. So you're going to have at least 1 tuber, and I think these will have even more because of the amount of growth they have on them, even if they didn't come to a complete bloom. Now, if they had next to no growth, I can see how maybe they wouldn't have as many tubers, but I'm pretty confident I'll get some extra tubers out of these, and I don't think they'll be in the ground for 120 days. I do think it takes roughly about 120 days to come to a bloom. Again, roughly. I have heard that before. But if I can find it, I'll put the date on the screen that I planted these dahlias. Again, July 9th is in my head. I don't know if I have the exact date, but I'll count how many days that would be to today, which is October 3rd. And this is what mine looked like in that amount of time. So that's a little piece on that. Again, I'm not an expert by any means, but with my experience, that is what I have found. Okay, I'm really losing a lot of light here. It's like 6 7:45, probably 7 now, and the days are so short. There's just not enough time in the day to harvest what I want to harvest every day or do a video in the light. But I'm going to go inside and I'm going to show you an order I got from a flower farm, I believe it is a flower farm, that I want to share with you. So let me get to the light so you can see, and then I'll show you these gorgeous dahlia blooms in the light in a different video. Okay, while I'm getting situated inside, has anybody else had a tremendous heat wave come through their area? Because it was 89 degrees here in the Chicago suburbs on October 3rd. I had this sweatshirt on and I refused to take it off, but I was boiling hot. I'm ready for sweatshirt weather. I'm ready for fall, ready for a little bit of a cool down. I do not want it to feel like July outside. Now granted, my dahlias love it, and it's probably really helping the ones that I planted in July thrive like they are now. So I shouldn't complain. But it's a little toasty roasty for me right now. But don't give me a frost. I'm not ready for a frost. My, she's so picky. Okay, so let's talk about my order from Fleur Farm in Vermont. I have an order of peonies, and then I also have an order of tulips. Now, peonies are somewhat new to me. I just got some peonies clearance on sale way back in the springtime. I don't even remember what variety, but I haven't planted them yet. They're still outside. They're doing okay. So I'll come back tomorrow and tell you which variety I got on that. That variety I bought is shown here, and that is a petite porcelain peony. But I do like the idea of planting peonies and having some for cut flowers because they are absolutely beautiful, and they also look amazing in the landscape, which is a win-win because wherever I plant them, they'll need 3 years to come to the time where I can actually cut them, where they're big enough that they can withstand that. And so I do want them in a place that will be beautiful. So I'm kind of thinking the side of my greenhouse, a group of 3 or some sort of variety of them around the greenhouse because it's kind of dead space right now. So that's what I'm thinking with those. The varieties that I got are Lorelei. And this is one that I got 3 of actually because I loved the color. Now I had to Google this because like I said, I'm not necessarily a peony girl. This is new territory for me, but it looks absolutely stunning. It's a more bright in your face type of color, almost a shade of red, and you know, that's right up my alley. Apparently it also fades to a light apricot color as well, which is beautiful. But it's supposed to perform well and cut well, so I'm excited for her. Then I'm totally gonna butcher this name, but Duchesse? Is that how you say Duchess? Duchesse des Nemours? I'll put it on the screen. I Googled this one as well and found that it's a fantastic peony, more of a classic look, but I think this is going to go great in a bunch of different bouquets. And then the last one, Coral Sunset. This one I have heard about before, and I've heard fabulous things. I do really enjoy that coral color, and I think it'll go amazing in bouquets with a bunch of different types of flowers. That's all I got for peonies. Again, I like the idea of them in the landscape as well as for cutting. It will take a few years for them to come into their own for cutting, but I do think it will be worth the wait. Now, because I don't know that this is our forever home, I'm not investing in a ton of peonies like some people might who know they're going to be there for a long time and this is their business and they're investing into it by buying a bulk order. But that's just not my situation right now, so I'm not going overboard. So I think 5 is a good quantity. Now let's get into tulips. I ordered 1 variety off of their website, and that's just because this is the variety that stuck out to me. I think it's a very unique variety. I have seen it on social media a little bit, but I've never seen it in person. And it is the double tulip Katinka. I believe I'm saying that correctly. Look at this color. It's like a lavender type of tulip, and it's a double. How beautiful does that look? I'm not necessarily a purple girl or even a lavender girl, but I just think the uniqueness of this is what makes it spectacular, because you just don't see this, especially in real life, very often. So it's a specialty cut tulip for sure. which if I'm gonna sell in the spring, and I'm kind of hoping that is going to be the case, is really appealing to potential customers. Now they came in packs of 10s and I only got 2 packs just because I have only so much space in the back raised beds, which is where I'm going to do tulips. And I want to see how I like them this year. But I'm going to have 20 of these beauties, and that's at least enough for 2 full bouquets. And it's baby steps, right? Baby steps. I don't want to overindulge myself if I end up not selling, because then that can be somewhat of a waste of money. And we don't want to do that. But I cannot wait to grow these and see how they turn out. It's going to be fabulous. I just can feel it in my bones. And that's it, a short but sweet order from Fleur Farm. I will mention the shipping from them is fairly expensive. It cost me $30, but I will pay that because I, A, like to support American flower farmers, and B, I think some of these varieties are so unique, I've not really seen them anywhere else, or they were already sold out. So that's my reasoning for that. And I'm told that this is just how it's gonna be a little bit this year, is that shipping is gonna be expensive. Dahlia tubers in general are gonna be expensive, which is obviously not a haul of dahlias today, but in general, sending things is gonna be a little more expensive. And I understand that it's frustrating on their end. So it's just something we have to do if we can support these people, which I'm able to do that, and so I'm willing to pay the price. So that is it. Short and sweet video today, but I hope you are able to get something from that, especially if you planted your dahlias late. Keep the faith. They're going to bloom, at least hopefully one. I'm crossing my fingers for you. And again, even if they don't bloom, but you have some growth, I do think there's tubers underground. So just wait till the end of the season and we'll all be able to find out. But I really can't wait to see those buds open into a bloom in that bed. I'm so, so happy that they're going to bloom. If we get a last minute frost in the next week or so, I will be irate, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm feeling pretty good about my chances out there. So I hope you have good chances too. And that is a wrap on my order from Fleur Farm, which includes, again, 1 variety of the tulips and then some peonies. So please comment below and let me know your experience with peonies. If I picked some good varieties, if I did not pick good varieties, let me know, because I am not super aware of all the peony ins and outs of the cut flower world. So please send me some comments below and let me know your experience. And if you've grown katinka before, the double tulip that I ordered, let me know your experience with it, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't enjoy it, if I really should get more, because I only have 20. Let me know and I will scour the internet. Scour. It's been a long day, everybody. It's been a long day. Thank you for being here as always, and if you've been enjoying my content but haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel to follow along with all things garden. I would love to have you here. We'll see you in the next one, everybody. Happy planting. Bye.